James Clayton Dobson Jr., born on April 21, 1936, in Shreveport, Louisiana, and passing away peacefully on August 21, 2025, was a man whose life left a deep mark on millions of hearts. To some, he was a psychologist, a writer, and the founder of Focus on the Family. To others, he was a voice of comfort on the radio, a counselor, and a guide through the challenges of parenting, faith, and life. But above all, he was a man whose love for family and faith illuminated everything he did. Although never ordained as a minister, Dr. Dobson became one of the most respected evangelical voices of his generation. The New York Times once called him the nation's most influential evangelical leader, and many viewed him as a successor to Jerry Falwell and Pat Robertson. He did not take such recognition lightly. Instead, he used it to share his belief that families are sacred, children are treasures, and faith is the anchor that keeps life steady. Building a voice that reached the world. In 1977, Dr. Dobson founded Focus on the Family, a ministry that began as a simple effort to support parents but blossomed into a global movement. Through daily radio broadcasts, books, and community outreach, his message spread across more than 160 countries, touching over 220 million listeners. Families in every corner of the globe tuned in, seeking encouragement and wisdom. Even after leaving the helm of Focus on the Family in 2010, Dr. Dobson's passion to serve never faded. He launched Family Talk, another radio program dedicated to strengthening marriages, guiding parents, and nurturing the spiritual well-being of families. Until his later years, he remained a familiar, reassuring voice on the airwaves, speaking with sincerity and conviction. James had an estimated net worth of $5 million at the time of his death. A childhood shaped by faith. From the very beginning, faith was the heartbeat of Dr. Dobson's life. Born into a family of Nazarene ministers, he grew up with a deep sense of devotion. He once recalled that he had learned how to pray even before he learned how to talk. At the tender age of 3, he gave his heart to Christ after hearing his father preach. His childhood was not without its challenges. With parents who were traveling evangelists, young James often stayed with relatives while they carried out their ministry. Discipline was strict, and he experienced both correction and the steady hand of guidance. Yet through it all, his relationship with his father grew strong, shaping his respect for family values and responsibility. In his teenage years, he wrestled with moments of rebellion, but faith and family kept him grounded. By the time he entered Pasadena College, now Point Loma Nazarene University, he was already feeling a pull toward a life of service. There he met Shirley, the love of his life, who would become his lifelong partner in both marriage and ministry. Education, calling, and career beginnings. After completing his undergraduate studies, Dobson pursued psychology with the conviction that God was calling him to serve families in need. In 1967, he earned his doctorate in psychology from the University of Southern California. Around the same time, he began working at Children's Hospital Los Angeles, where he spent years helping young people who were struggling with life's difficulties. These experiences left a profound impact on him. He saw firsthand the struggles of families, the confusion of youth, and the way society seemed to drift from moral anchors. Convinced that families needed guidance, he began writing and speaking, determined to offer clarity and hope. In 1970, he published his groundbreaking book Dare to Discipline. Though controversial at times, it spoke honestly about authority, respect, and the importance of structure in raising children. His message resonated with parents searching for direction, and soon Dr. Dobson was recognized as a trusted voice in family life. Focus on the Family and the rise of a movement. By 1977, Dr. Dobson took a leap of faith and established Focus on the Family. What began as a modest ministry grew into a worldwide influence. With radio broadcasts, magazines, conferences, and countless resources, the organization provided practical advice, encouragement, and a place of refuge for parents, couples, and children. He believed wholeheartedly that marriage between a man and woman was the foundation of society, and he fought passionately to uphold what he considered biblical family values. While his views often sparked debate, they also rallied millions who shared his convictions. His ability to mobilize people, whether through writing letters, supporting policies, or attending events, demonstrated the strength of his influence. Through Focus on the Family, he addressed not only spiritual matters, but also cultural challenges. Whether speaking about the effects of absent fathers, the importance of purity, or the role of parents in shaping character, Dr. Dobson never wavered in his message. Family matters most. Later work and continued dedication. Even after stepping down from leadership at Focus on the Family in the early 2000s, Dr. Dobson's voice remained powerful. He established the Dr. James Dobson Family Institute in 2010, ensuring that his mission to strengthen families would continue for generations to come. He also remained a sought-after speaker, often appearing on national television and news programs. His wisdom, even when controversial, came from a place of deep conviction. Though the world around him changed rapidly, he held firmly to what he believed were eternal truths. A loving husband and father. Behind the public figure was a devoted family man. James Dobson married Shirley Deer on August 26, 1960, and together they shared 65 years of love, faith, and partnership. Their marriage was a living testimony of the values he preached. They raised 2 children, and Dr. Dobson found joy not just in guiding the world's families, but in nurturing his own. He was a father who gave thoughtful gifts, such as a golden key necklace to his daughter as a symbol of her commitment to purity. He poured into his children not only wisdom, but also his time and love. A legacy that lives on. Dr. Dobson's life was one of influence, but also one of service. He received numerous awards, from Layman of the Year by the National Association of Evangelicals in 1982 to induction into the National Radio Hall of Fame in 2008. Universities recognized him with honorary degrees, and he was often invited to speak before presidents and government officials. Yet perhaps his greatest legacy is not found in awards or honors, but in the countless families who found guidance through his words. Parents learned to love more patiently, marriages found strength in his advice, and children grew up under the influence of parents who had been inspired by his teachings. His final years and passing. In his final years, Dr. Dobson continued broadcasting his radio program, sharing his heart with listeners even as he entrusted leadership of his institute to others. His devotion to his calling never wavered, a reflection of his steadfast faith. On August 21, 2025, at the age of 89, Dr. James Dobson passed away at his home in Colorado Springs, Colorado. His departure marked the end of an era, but also the continuation of a legacy that will endure in the families and communities he touched. Remembering Dr. Dobson with gratitude. Dr. James Dobson was more than a psychologist or an author. He was a man who believed deeply in the sacredness of family and the power of faith. His words inspired courage, his programs offered comfort, and his life reminded many that love and conviction can change the world. Though some of his views stirred debate, the heart of his message was rooted in a desire to protect and nurture the family unit. His influence crossed borders, languages, and generations, ensuring that his voice will echo long after his passing. As we remember him, we celebrate a life lived with passion, conviction, and love. Dr. Dobson's journey reminds us that one person's faith can inspire millions, and one person's voice can echo across the world, changing lives forever. Rest in power, James Dobson.